Former Prime Minister Imran Khan, who has been illegally incarcerated now for 170 days, says his mission is to establish the supremacy of law in Pakistan. Mr. Khan made these comments today inside the Adiala jail, where his politically motivated cipher case trial was held. As soon as Mr. Khan started his brief interaction with the media, the jail superintendent stopped him and asked the media to leave the courtroom. Mr. Khan asked the superintendent under which law he was barring the media from the trial when it is an open trial. And quote, "You are trying to enslave the nation. We will not accept it." End quote. Mr. Khan's sister, Ms. Alima Khan, who was present inside the Adiala jail, said the jail superintendent's behavior with the former prime minister is extremely unjust. Pakistan's fascist authorities have banned all coverage of Imran Khan, including the mentioning of his name in the media. Former Prime Minister Imran Khan, leader of the country's largest federal Democratic Party, has asked the entire nation to come out on streets on Sunday and get prepared for elections. In a message sent through his lawyer, Barrister Sayyid Ali Zafar, the incarcerated leader said, and quote, "From this Sunday, I want everyone to begin open campaigning and continue it until polling day," end quote. PTI workers and leaders have been forced to silently campaign and use social media as the authorities have cracked down on candidates and their party supporters. Mr. Khan added, and quote, "God willing, the day of February 9th will reveal a sweep by PTI. This election is for the freedom of Pakistanis and not just for PTI. The nation must vote for freedom and for the rule of law," end quote. PTI is projected to sweep the polls. However, the party has been decimated by state-backed engineering, abductions, harassment, and pre-poll rigging. Despite the crackdown, Mr. Khan's party has remained resilient. The International Monetary Fund said on Saturday that serious risks have emerged to Islamabad's debt sustainability and its ability to pay back the IMF loans. Quote, "Policy slippages, insufficient financing or elevated gross financing needs, realization of contingent liabilities, and downward risks to the baseline could all undermine the narrow path to debt sustainability," end quote. The IMF also said that with low foreign exchange reserves and scarce market financing, foreign payments will remain a persistent challenge. Additionally, it said that delay in disbursement of planned financing from international financial institutions or bilateral partners could pose major risks to the government's programs, given limited buffers. A new Pakistani government after the February 8th polls will negotiate a long-term deal with the IMF, which many believe will be Imran Khan's PTI, the country's most popular political party. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, who is accused of genocide, has rejected a proposal by Hamas to end the war and release captives in exchange for withdrawing Israeli forces, releasing prisoners, and accepting the armed group's governance of Gaza. Netanyahu, who's under growing domestic pressure to bring the captives home, said that accepting Hamas's condition would mean leaving the armed group intact and that Israel's soldiers had fallen in vain. On Sunday evening, the Hostages and Missing Families Forum began a protest outside the Israeli leader's private home in Jerusalem, pledging not to leave until he agrees to a deal on the captives' release. Hamas freed more than 100 captives in exchange for the release of 240 Palestinian prisoners as part of a brief truce brokered in late November by Egypt, Qatar, and the U.S. At least 25,105 Palestinians have been killed in Gaza since Israel declared its intention to eliminate Hamas and take over the Gaza Strip after the October 7th events.